In this lesson, we are learning to subtract mixed numbers using an open number line. In this problem, we will be subtracting 3 1/4 and 3/4. So first you need to check fractions. So can you take 3/4 away from 1/4? If not, then you need to use an open number line. Draw the number line, and we are going to count up from 3/4 to 3 1/4. So first we want to make the first whole. So we're going to count up to make one whole. And to make a whole, we would add 1/4, because that would equal 4/4, which is the whole. Then we're going to count up to the next whole. Since we're going to 3 1/4, from 1 to 3, we're going to add 2 wholes. And then now we need to count up from 3 to 3 1/4, so we need to add 1/4. Then we're going to combine like things. So we have 2 wholes, and then we have a 1/4 plus a 1/4, which is 2 wholes and 2/4. So the answer to our problem's 2 2/4. In this problem, we're solving 4 2/5 minus 4/5. So go ahead and try to do this on your own with an open number line. Pause the video and then resume to see if you got it correct. So I'm going to go ahead and draw the number line. So again, we always start with the smaller number to the left, just like a regular number line. So 4/5, and we are going to count up to get to 4 2/5. So first we want to make the first whole, since 4/5 is less than a whole. So in order to make one whole, we're going to add 1/5, because 4/5 plus 1/5 equals 5/5, which is a whole. And I'm going to go ahead and combine this step. So we're going to go straight from one whole to 4 2/5. So 1 plus 3 wholes, that gives us 4, and 2/5 is going to get us all the way to 4 2/5. Then we need to combine 3 2/5 with 1/5, which is 3 3/5. So the difference between 4 2/5 and 4/5 is 3 3/5. In this problem, we need to check to see if we can subtract the fractional parts. So we have 3/8 and we're taking away 5/8. So we don't have enough, so what we're going to do is we're going to use open number line. So go ahead and pause the video and work through this problem, and then check to see how you did. Alright, so we're going to draw our number line. Again, we're going to count up from our small number 5/8 to 5 3/8. We're finding the difference between the two, hence subtraction. So first we need to count up and find the next whole. So 5/8 is less than a whole, so we're trying to get to one whole first. And 5/8 plus 3/8 makes 8/8, or one whole. And then we're going to jump to 5 3/8. So 1 plus 4 equals 5, but we need to 5 3/8. So a 1 plus 3/8 equals 5 3/8. So then we're going to add our 2 jumps together, 4 3/8 plus 3/8, which is 4 6/8. This problem's a little different. In this problem, we're subtracting a mixed number minus a mixed number. So here again, we know we can do 4 minus 1 wholes, but we want to make sure we check the fractional part. That's really what's going to decide if we need to use the open number line or borrow from a whole or whatever strategy that you choose to solve it. So we have 3, 6. If we have 3, 6, we cannot take 5, 6 away. So we're going to need to use our open number line. So again, we're still starting with the small number. So 1 and 5, 6. And we're going to count up to 4 and 3, 6. Okay, so unlike the other ones, now we already have one whole and a part. So our whole, the next whole is actually going to be 2 wholes. And to get to 2 wholes, we need to add, we have 5, 6, so we need to add 1 more 6, which would be 1 and 6, 6, or 2 wholes. Now we start at 2, we're going to count to 4 wholes, so we need to add 2 more wholes, which now we would have 4, but we need 4 and 3, 6. So 2 plus 2 and 3, 6 will equal 4 and 3, 6. So now we just add the 2 jumps that we made on the number line. So 2 and 3, 6 plus 1, 6 equals 2 wholes and 4, 6. So that is the answer to our problem. Okay, again, we are going to take a mixed number minus a mixed number. So we can do the wholes, but we need to check the fractions. So if I have 1/4, can I take away 3/4? No, I don't have enough, so I'm going to need to take some from the whole or use the open number line. So go ahead and pause the video and try to solve this on your own, and then check back when you're finished. Alright, so again, we're going to start with the smaller number and count up to the larger number. So we're finding the difference between the two numbers. So 4 and 3/4, so 4 and a part, so our next whole would be 5 wholes. And we have 3/4, so we need to add 1 more 4th to make a 4/4 or another whole, which would be 5. Now we're going to jump from 5 to 8, so 5 plus 3 wholes is 8 wholes, but we still need 8 and a 4, so it's going to be 3 and a 4th. Then we're going to add these two together, so 3 and 1/4 plus 1 more 4th is 3 and 2/4. So our difference is 3 and 2/4.